Hello guys and welcome to Radical Reality TV. I'm your host Jalen, and in this video I'm going to be counting down the top 10 Big Brother players of all time. Keep in mind this is in my opinion, so don't try and roast me in the comments on my top 10. Make sure you guys post your top 10 down below in the comments. I'll like and reply to some of the best comments, some of the best top 10s I see. Make sure you guys give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed. Make sure you guys hit the subscribe button for upcoming videos. But without further ado, let's get right into this countdown. Kicking us off at the top 10 spot, we have Ian Terry from Big Brother 14. Ian definitely deserves a spot here at number 10. Ian is most known for masterminding the eviction of one of the greatest, Mike Boogie. He led a strong alliance in season 14 called the Quack Pack, which consisted of him, Shane, Danielle, Brittany, and Dan. It carried him and 3 other members to the final 4. Ian won 4 HOHs, and he ended up winning the season, sitting next to Dan by a vote of 6-1. Next up on the list, we have Nokomis from Season 5 and All-Stars. There's not much to say about Nokomis. She's very much an underrated player that definitely deserves a spot in the top 10. She won some comps in Season 5 and was the leader of a very strong alliance, but most importantly, she was the creator of the 6-finger plan, which is now known as a backdoor plan. This is why she's here at number 9. Anyone who creates this iconic move whenever it's pulled off deserves a spot in the top 10, and that is why Nokomis finds herself at number 9. Coming in at number 8, we have Mike Boogie from seasons 2, All-Stars, and 14. If you ask me to make a favorite list, Mike Boogie would be a lot higher. However, if we're basing this off of strategy alone, this is a good spot to put Mike. He only really had one great performance, season 7, All-Stars. Anyone who wins All-Stars is worthy of a spot on the top 10 list. Being a part of Chill, him and DrWill ran the whole entire All-Star house. It was absolutely brilliant. Everything about both of their gameplays on Season 7 was perfect. And I think his Season 7 gameplay alone is enough to land him at spot number 8. Coming in at number 7, we have the Evil Dick from Big Brother 8. Evil Dick is one of the most hated players in Big Brother history. His torture tactics and crazy antics make him generally disliked. However, I loved it. Even with such a huge target on his back, he continued to make bigger. He was able to make it to the final 2, and nonetheless, he was there next to his daughter. I definitely believe that he deserves a spot in his top 10, so I decided to put him at number 7. Coming in at number 6, we have Vanessa from season 17. The interesting thing about Vanessa's game was that she was both a mastermind and a competition beast. She won 4 HOHs and 3 POVs, however she also controlled pretty much every eviction that season. She had deals with nearly everyone and covered herself every step of the way. Unfortunately, when it came down to the final 3, she was robbed because Steve obviously decided to take Liz because she was virtually no threat to win. But Vanessa is also a great player to never win, one of the best out. So with all that in mind, I think it's definitely valid to put her at this number 6 spot. Coming in at number 5, we have Janelle from season 6, 7, and 14. Now, a lot of people may be wondering why she is so low on the list. Well, it's simple. In my opinion, I believe Janelle is overrated. However, that doesn't mean she doesn't deserve a spot in the top 5. Whatever lack of strategy she did have, Janelle definitely made up for it in comp wins. Janelle holds the single season competition record when she won 4 HOHs and 5 power vetoes. She is the only person on this list that didn't use manipulation as a strategy, and I definitely think that is one of the main reasons why she ended up at this number 5 spot. Coming in at number 4, we have Derek from season 16. Derek made season 16 look easy. No one in the house even realized he was running the show. However, everyone at home knew that from the beginning he was going to be the winner. Derek went undercover in the house, and so people wouldn't actually know that he was an undercover cop. He played the game with loyalty and honesty. However, he was pretty much behind every single person's eviction. Derek single-handedly pulled every single one of these players' strings, and he was the only puppet master that season. Derek's gameplay speaks for itself, and I definitely think that he's worthy of the number 4 spot. Okay, we finally have made it to the top 3. Kicking us off at 3, we have Danielle Reyes from seasons 3 and 7. Although Danielle never won, she definitely deserved to win, and she was definitely robbed by a bitter jury. She created a secret alliance with the most likable guy in the house, and she played one side of the house, and Jason played the other, and they were able to relay information back and forth to each other, which I think if you can do that in Big Brother, it's one of the most, it's like the best strategy that you can use. Since she didn't play a very loud and in-your-face game, everyone thought she was a weak player, and that's one of the reasons that helped her get to the end. She was never nominated, and I will go as far to say that, in my opinion, I think Danielle Reyes is the best player to never win, and that's why I put her at number 3. We're finally at the good part, and these next two, I'm going to take a lot of time to talk about it because these two really could interchange and there's like 3 through 10, and then there's these two above all others. That's right, you guessed it. Coming in at number 2, we're going to have Dan Giesling from seasons 10 and 14. Now, obviously, this is a heated debate on who is the better Big Brother player, Dan or Will. But it's really even, and so I'm just going to give the nod to DrWill. However, Dan is the only person in BB history to make it to 2 Final 2s. And the crazy thing about Dan is that in both of his seasons, he used 2 totally different strategies. In Season 10, he laid back and threw competitions until it was time to strike, but he was still a great strategist. But however, he appeared weak by the other house guests. And after everybody had watched it, they realized how great he actually played. And this stigma followed him to BB14. So he had a really big target, so he had to play a lot more ruthless and cunning. And in 2 seasons of playing Big Brother, Dan has never been evicted, and he's never had a vote cast against him. So for Dan, he's the only player to win by a 7-0 vote. And in 2 seasons, he's been on the block 4 times. Of those 4 times, he's been vetoed off the block 3 times, and by 3 different house guests. So he's never vetoed himself off the block. Memphis, Jen, and Danielle vetoed him off the block. Dan has never won a veto to save himself. He got other people to save himself. And then, of course, Dan's funeral, there's enough said with that. So Dan is at the number 2 spot.
So then finally, I know there's Danielle. The last time I played this game, I learned a lot of tough lessons early on. And I learned that you gotta find one person and put 100% of your trust in it. I thought if I picked you, you would have similar qualities to Memphis Garrett. And through my own fault, I was wrong. We don't need to get into it now, but in this game, you'll never earn my trust back. You know what you did, and in this game, you're dead to me. So don't come to me and ask about it because it's over. Moving forward, we can be friends outside of this. I'll be friends with all of you, but the game talk for me ends now. So I hope you guys understand that this was the death of Dan the player. I want the rest of the experience to be fun for everyone and non-awkward. I really appreciate it.
What you're talking about, Dan?
Did I really go crazy in solitary confinement? Or did I come up with a master plan to get myself out of this mess?
Okay, so we're at number 1, and of course, number 1 on my list, I have DrWill from seasons 2 and 7. This evil doctor is hands down the best Big Brother player of all time. In his first season, his pure wit and manipulation was the only thing that could save him. He was outcasted from the beginning for being cocky, having an egotistical attitude. His strategy of everyone hates me, so I'll never beat you, is exactly what landed him a spot in the final 2. And then after the jury members had went home and watched the season for themselves, they decided to award the real winner the grand prize. So DrWill won season 2, and in All Stars, DrWill put on an absolute clinic. Even after performing reckless tactics such as telling everyone he hates them and daring them to vote him out, he still had no votes against him. He rode the best alliance in BB history, which Chilltown, which contained him and Mike Boogie, which I believe he was at number 8 on my list, all the way, and he rode this all the way to the final 4. Operation Double Date, which was with him, having a showmance with Janelle and Mike having a showmance with Erica, also helped land him a spot in the final 4. And so he was responsible for every single jury's evasion, and there is literally no arguing that his performance in that season should land him here at the number 1 spot. He basically won the season for Mike, so I give DrWill the win of season 7, and I legitimately believe that he is better than Dan, and that DrWill is the best player in Big Brother history.
Ring, ring. Hello. Hey, Boogie. Yeah, what up, man? Dude, get this. You're not going to believe it. What? Big Brother All-Stars. I go in front of the entire house guest group, and I say, I hate you all. This season, I hate you all. Please don't use the power of veto on me. Vote me out. No one voted even against me. Everyone voted against Jace.
That's going to be it for this video, guys. If you guys enjoyed, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. Make sure you guys subscribe for more Survivor and Big Brother content, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.